Hello folks, in this video we'll see how Samba server works as a file server which can serve files for Linux based and Windows based systems. Before we start, we'll see what is Samba server, how does it work, and then we also see how the demo setup would look like, and we can see the configuration steps and finally the demo. Okay, so what is a Samba server? Samba server is a server which actually serves the files, and it can also serve the printer across a network to different clients. The client could run a Linux operating system or Windows operating system or any other operating system. So the Samba server would be able to share the service that is there, which is installed in its system. Okay, so how does it work? It uses a protocol called server message block protocol, which is a network based protocol. It works in the client and server model. So the server would send whenever the client sends out the request, so the server would send the responses in the form of SMB responses, and these requests would include to access the files or the directories or the printer or any other resource that is there in the network. So if you see the diagram, so there's the diagram at the right, you see around 4 systems are connected to the Samba server, and we have 2 printers as well. So all of these desktops can reach out to the Samba server for accessing the files. They can also have the service to print anything that they would like to by giving the instructions to any of these printers that are connected into this network using this Samba server. Okay, now we are going to see how the demo is set up using VM in the Samba server. So this is a demo setup that I'm going to show to you using the Linux VM Oracle Virtual Box Linux VM that is installed on top of the Windows 11 host. So there are 3 systems that are shown here. The first 2 systems are the Linux VMs. So the one at the left is acting as a Samba as file server, and there is a storage which is connected to it. I don't have a explicit storage as such, but I'm going to give you a demo here, and this is connected to another Linux virtual machine through the Oracle VirtualBox Cloud, and I have a local network which is created using 30.0.0.1 and 30.0.0.2. In 30 network, these systems are connected in Linux. So this is number 1. And another thing is I have created a host only adapter in the Samba file server, and to connect to my Windows host. So this host only adapter is a new additional adapter that I have created, and which I have connected it, which it gets connected to the Windows host. So the file server, the Samba working as a file server, is going to share a directory, and that directory is going to be accessed by the Linux as well as the Windows. So this is what is the demo setup would look like. Let's now see what are the installation steps. Okay, the first step is to update the system using sudo apt update and you sudo apt upgrade, and after that you will have to install the Samba server by giving the command sudo apt install Samba. That will install the Samba server for you. And third step is third command is it's better to create a unique group user, which is Samba user, which I called it as Samba user. So in case if you want to put all the people who like to be part of the Samba Samba users file, so you can, this group would be of handy to provide the requested permission for the files and things like that. So you can create a user account like this. So I've named it as Samba user. That is the first step. Once you are done, so you can create the shared directory. I have created 2 shared directories, one at the /home /samba user /samba share. Samba share is the share directory that I've created for Samba users, and another directory that I've created at the public location, and that is called share at the root directory, at the root location. Okay, so once I've done, so I've finished creating the share directories, then I have to go and make the configuration changes in the configuration file for the Samba server. The configuration file is located at /etc/samba, and the configuration file name is called smb.conf. So before making any changes to the original configuration, it's a good practice to copy the original configuration file to a local place and then make the changes on your on the file that you want to make. So once you have your own file, so on that you can make these changes. So first thing is we'll have to create two share names. So one share names, I'm naming it as samba user _ share, and this is all the things that I want to add under these share names. The share name is the basically a configuration item which would tell the Samba server this is a shared information that is to be shared by the SMB protocol. So these are the configurations. So I've just given a comment like Samba user shared folder. So path is actually /home /Samba user, and the directory that I want to share is Samba share. Read only is equal to no, because I want to give write access to all. So browsable is equal to yes, which means when people start browsing for the shared resource, this directory should appear. And force user is equal to Samba user, and force group is equal to Samba user. So these two items basically means whenever I try to add a file into this directory, I want to force these files for Samba user, the owner is Samba user, and I would like to put the file in this group. So this is a thing that I want to do it intentionally. Sometimes it would be useful for as per the requirement. So, and create mask and directory mask, these are two masks that I've given it here. So for the files that I want to create, so these files will carry this file permissions into this directory. So this is what is the configuration that I'm giving under Samba user _ share name, and the other share name that I want to give is public _ share, because this as I had mentioned earlier, I'm going to create another directory called /share, which is under the root directory, and these are again I want to give it as read only no, browsable yes, and one other configuration I'm given here is guest OK is equal to yes, which means everyone and anyone can have access to this directory. There's no restrictions here. So that's what it means by guest OK equal to yes. So we'll see that in a moment when we get into the demo. Okay, once you make the configuration, save the configuration, and you can check whether the configuration file looks good or not by using a command called testparm. TESTPARM. So that's a command to check whether the configuration file is good. So if it doesn't throw any error, so you can be sure that the configuration that we have made is good, and then you can restart the server Samba server by giving sudo systemctl restart smbd. Okay, so next step is you will have to create the user accounts which is visible to the Samba server. So that is a way to do that. Samba password minus SMB password minus a Samba user, and SMB password minus a Alex. So these two users I have given the access or make them as the valid users for the Samba. So I have only these users will be able to access the directories that are created under Samba users. Okay, so that's what this user accounts would be used for. Once you made the user account, you can verify this using pdb edit -l, so it will show the users that you have created in the Samba server. And once you're done, so you can go to the next VM, which is your Linux, and then you can see puts SMB client -L and give the IP address, which will list down all the shares that are there in the system, in the Samba server. So once you see that, you can give this command Samba SMB client 30.0.0.1 / Samba user _ share. This is the share name that we gave, and -U is the user option, and I'm going to give it as Alex because Alex is having the authenticated to use this directory. So I'm going to give this. All other users would not be able to use it, so Alex and Samba users would be able to use this Samba user _ share directory. So I'm going to give this, and then I'll give you a SMB prompt, and we can make use of the commands to get and put files, see the files and things like that. Same way, public _ share is available for everyone because I made guest equal to OK, and so in this directory you can give this also and see that the files are seen, and we can put and get files. So last step is how to see things in the Windows host. So as I had mentioned, we will have to create a new additional adapter in the VirtualBox machine. With the VirtualBox VM in our virtual machine, stating that as a host only adapter. Once we create this as host only adapter, then it will connect it to the Windows system directly, and when you get into the Windows network connections, you will see a new adapter getting created there. That is the VirtualBox host adapter. So that adapter will have an IP address. You will have to assign IP address to your Linux adapter with the same network, within the same network, which will and then you can give ping to verify the connectivity between both these systems, and then you can map the shared directory in the Windows to see the files and start working on it. Okay, let's now see how things are working in the systems now. Okay, so we'll go to the server. This is my Linux VM acting as a Samba server. I'm in my user, which is Alex, and currently in home directory. Let me now see sudo systemctl status. Samba server is up and running, no issues there. So let me show the configuration file, sudo nano /etc. First, before that, just /etc/samba. In here, there's a file called smb.conf.org. So this is the configuration file that was there originally when I installed it. So I've renamed it as smb.conf. First I made a copy, and then I renamed the original file as orig, and the configuration file, that is smb.conf, is a file that I've made changes in. So let us see this file, nano smb.conf, and come to the end. So the so this work group is basically the name of the work group which is maintained in the Windows. So we will have to retain it as such. So capital work group, so do not change that. So that will be the domain, and let's come down to the bottom. So no changes to be required, no changes to be done in the existing configuration. Just we will have to add two things. One is the Samba user _ share. This is the share name that I've created as I've shown. So browsable yes, force group guest OK yes is, I have commented this line because I do not want everyone to access this. Create mask directory mask. Valid users, I have given valid users as Alex and Samba user, and I've said invalid users explicitly that this user cannot access this share directory. And if you see this mask 664 for all files, and if I create a directory, that will have the permission 766. Okay, so this is the configuration. And public share is created under share root slash share, and then read only no, guest okay, create mask, same thing. So that's what it is. Let's see the shared directory which is created now. So let me show shared directory. Currently this is my shared directory right at the root shared directory, and let's see the home samba user. Under home samba user, I have also created another directory called shared folder, and here I have a file called attendance.txt. so this is what is the current status that is there in the Samba server. Let us now go to the Samba client. Samba client is here. By the way, Samba client gets installed by default. You don't need to have it install any additional software. The desktop by itself is have the Samba client. Okay, so I'm going to give, I'm in the currently in the Alex user. Okay, I'm an Alex user, so let me first try to access the shared directory which is present under the Samba user /home / Samba user. How do I do that? So first let's see //30.0.0.1. I want to list down all the shared directories under 30.0.0.1. so you can see that I also have a shared name for print that I have not, since I am not having any printer configured, so it's you can ignore that. Samba user underscore share, that's a shared name. Other share name is public underscore share, that's another share name, and IPC is a system related share name, we can ignore. Okay, so now let's try to access one of these Samba user share. Okay, so it is now showing me with a SMB prompt. If you give help, so you see a lot of commands here. You can make use of anything. So you can also create a directory called make directory mkdir and say sample. I've created this, and you can also put some file. Let me see if there is any file in here. f3.s my Aadhaar.jpg. Aadhaar.jpg, I have put it in the shared directory of the /home / Samba user. So let's see that in the Samba server. Okay, currently we are in this location /home / Samba user /shared underscore folder. Let's see that. So yeah, my Aadhaar.jpg is here, and the directory that I created sample, that's also here. And let's try to change if I want to make any change in the attendance.txt, what I can do is I will have to get attendance.txt. yes, got that here, and exit. See, the attendance.txt is here. Go ahead and change it errands.txt. Let's try to add another name, 2222 red. The changes now. If you see here, let me connect it, and then I will have to upload this file using the command put errands.txt. Yes, it is now it is uploaded, and you can check this file errands.txt here, and you can see the last line which I've added is very much present. So this is how you can access the shared file in the shared directory, the file in a shared directory. So this is one thing, and another thing is basically this public share. If you remember, if you try to this is a user called home or user1. So this is the user which I have got. This user cannot use the directory that was under /home/samba user. Let's try this. SMB client and 30.0.0.1 samba user underscore share. See here, it's not allowed because it says access denied. So we know this is what is expected. Okay, let's now try to access the public share using this user1. Okay, yeah, so no issues in accessing the public share directory by the user1 user. So now I'm able to access this. So let's now try to try to put the file count.txt. What is there in count.txt? Hello. So that is one simple message. Let's try to upload this file count.txt under this into the right location, otherwise it will not be able to find out the file that we are trying to share. Okay, so now I'm going to put this count.txt, and it has successfully put this file, and let's see this file in the server by getting into the share. Here if you see count.txt is very much here. So that's how you can I have showed you two directories. One is a public directory, another one is within a home directory. So both we have seen it. Now we'll see how to use this Samba server to access this shared directory from a Windows. Okay, so first for that we will have to get into the Oracle VirtualBox, go to settings, and then network, create a new adapter, and you will have to select as host only adapter. Make sure you select this host only adapter. Make this promiscuous mode as allow all cable connected. Let this be checked out. Okay, click OK, and then bring this VM up. So once you are bringing up the VM up, so we can see the Windows IP address. So let's see the IP address of the network adapters in the Windows. See here, there's a new adapter which has got created. This is VirtualBox host only Ethernet adapter. Find out the IP address by clicking here. Properties, you can see 192.168.56.1. so that's the IP address that got created for this host only adapter. And if you see if config, see the ENP0S10 is got the IP address as 192.168.56.101. so this is an IP address we just got from the Windows itself. Okay, let us now try to ping the Windows IP 192.168.56.1. yes, it is able to ping, and I'll ping this thing from the Windows also. Ping 192.168.56.101. yes, I'm able to ping from Windows as well. Okay, now how to access the shared directory from the okay, let me do it from again from the beginning. Go to network, right click, map network drive, select a drive, and then give the IP address which is of the Linux 192.168.56.101 slash, give your share name which is public underscore share. Finish. It is prompting to enter the credentials. Yeah, so now there you see the file that we created. You can see this file. Yes, it's very much here. This line is updated from Windows. Okay, let's see if it is getting reflected over here. Try to put some file from here to there. Okay, I put added one file into this shared directory. Let's see that. Yes, the new file that I've moved in from the Windows is very much appearing here. So in case if I want to make any changes in the Windows, what has to be done is basically take this file out to some location, I copy it here, make the change here. This is the new line added from Windows. Make this change, and now you can move this from here to the shared directory. Replace. Okay, so there is a permission restriction is there because of this file permission. Let's take a look. What is the look at the permissions. Count.txt is from nobody, no group, so it is not having the other group is not having the right permission, so that's the issue. So let's change this. we should be able to transfer this. Yes, I've successfully transferred it now. So let's see this file from .txt. Yes, this file is now updated. So that's how we can access the files from Windows as well. So that's how the Samba server works, folks. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching the video. In case if you find this video useful, give it a like, share and subscribe. Thank you.